Hello to you. This is Hetty's updated version. I'm smiling because this is about 60th time I've done it. This is the Hetty's updated version of support for kinship carers in Nottinghamshire. And with a little bit of luck and Godspeed, this will go well. This will include the wonderful information that the newly formed kinship support service now offer the families in Nottinghamshire. So let's see if I can do this again. Support for kinship carers. Here we go. Let's share the screen. Finding the right support for you. I've lost my mouse again. There we go. We did it. Support for kinship carers. The common statement we hear is, why does everything have to be such a battle? And hopefully it won't be as much of a battle as me trying to put this video together. And what I would say is, now that we've got the support, the kinship support service, as well as Hetty's, that's just a great starting point. We're hoping that the hardest thing is that you know these numbers. And then once you've got our numbers, we can, between us, get the right support in place for you guys, because you more than deserve it. And it's been a long time coming. So I'm really happy to be doing this video with such confidence that we can help you to help yourself. But even with support, it will definitely sometimes be really hard. It's not our job to say anything different. Kinship care at times is very, very challenging, but kinship caring in Nottinghamshire is not as challenging now because we've got a wonderful amount of provision that can help you. We will continue to try and get more stuff in place, of course, but at the minute, I've got to say, I'm very happy with the amount of support that there is. And my job today is to help to inform you about all that is available. And we're always happy to hear of other things. So please let us know, and we'll do our best to share that information with other kinship carers, because knowledge is power. And this video might be a useful guide. And what I'd say is probably pause the video, pick up a piece of paper and a pen, and make some notes on things that might be beneficial to you. So what things do you all struggle to get support with? And like I say, let's write those things down as we go. First point of contact, because we're doing this video, is Hetty's. Ring Hetty's on 01623 643 476. Alternatively, if you're really busy and perhaps an email's easier for you, then please feel free to email me at craig.knowles@hettys.org.uk. If you do ring the office, ask to speak to myself, Craig, or Sarah. We're your kinship care support workers at Hetty's, and we'll always do our very best to help you. If we're not available, we will call you back as soon as able, or if you want to leave a time that you're free, please do that. And if we can ring, we would certainly do our best to do so at the time that you've asked. When we do ring you, we'll have a chat, talk to you about what you're thinking, feeling, what support you think you need, etc. And we'll do an assessment, which is a questionnaire developed from and with kinship carers, which covers what we think is pretty much everything that you may need support for and with. And once that's done, we'll put together an agreed action plan to address and support your needs. And like I say, we work closely with a number of services. We'll contact those where needed. And we will also work closely with the kinship support service too. So what do we do for kinship carers and with kinship carers? We've got 3 actual face-to-face groups, so in person in Nottinghamshire. On the first Wednesday of each month, there's the Newark peer group. And you don't have to live in Newark to attend it. You can attend any of these if you wish, or all of them. And that's at Hortonville's Children's Centre, Bowbridge Road, Newark, 10 till 12. On the second Thursday of each month, there's the Mansfield group at our current office, which is Marlborough House, 23 Woodhouse Road. This will change pretty soon to 12 Church Street, Mansfield Woodhouse, when we move. Forgive the spelling mistake there where it says when, and forgive the fact that it says 23 twice. Anyway, we in all probability, the first group at Church Street will be March, but it may, if everything gets done quickly, be February. We will, of course, let you know. On the third Tuesday of each month is the Bassett Law Peer Group from 10 till 12 at our workshop premise, which is the stable block on Carlton Road, workshop. There is parking straight across the road in the old cinema car park. It's now called I forgot what it's called now. It's like a working men's club. Straight opposite Alfred's. Don't park in Alfred's, you'll get a ticket. And on the third Wednesday of each month is the county-wide evening group from 6 p.m. till 7:30, but that's via Zoom. It's not face-to-face, it's via Zoom. But it's for those that work and can't get in the day. So what else do we do? On the last Friday of each month, we run a kinship-specific workshop on a rolling program. This video that I'm doing today is one of those workshops. And as well as this, there's basic understanding of attachment, therapeutic parenting, managing contact, and non-violent responses. We've also put all of those on our YouTube channel, which you can click on and have a look at. Just put in Hetty's, look at videos, and look for this Bob guy that's talking, and it's probably a kinship workshop, but they're all titled, and we will update them with new information as I'm doing with this one right now. The login details for the Zoom meetings are right there. Normally you can just click on that link, and if you're a kinship carer and you want to be on our group, like it says there, we've got a WhatsApp group. All you have to do is have the WhatsApp app, and we need your mobile. We can add you, and you'll get reminders of all of the things that's happening for kinship carers each month. And we can also pop you on our kinship mailing list. And at the beginning of each month, I send an email to all of you guys to let you know what's happening each month. So the information is spread on email, on WhatsApp. It's also on our what's it called? Facebook page. And as well as all that, we can also work with you on a one-to-one level to achieve specific goals that may have been identified on that assessment that I talked about earlier. So we're with you every step of the way if you want us. So it's as little or as much as you want. This is not about us. This is about you. And you cherry pick the bits that you think is going to work for you. So there's no pressure whatsoever. We just want to help you. Now, I've mentioned the kinship support service. There's their link. That will take you to the kinship hub, and that covers, on that kinship hub, there's several different boxes. I'll have a look at it in a minute, Reggie, actually. And their offer gives you their offer to kinship families in Nottinghamshire. Information about the kinship support service itself, peer networks and helpful support, kinship reach, why kinship care, and their contact information. So let's have a look at that now. I'm going to stop sharing. Then we'll share screen. He says confidently. And there we have it. Once you've clicked on that link, it'll take you to this page. And as we scroll down, those headings that I talked about earlier, they're all listed there. So our offer to kinship families. And as you can see there, it tells you what their offer is. I'm just going to leave that for a second. And then if you want to pause this, if you're watching it on the YouTube channel, then pause it and have a look at that. Let's go backwards. The kinship support service itself, once again, their information. So some of the support that they offer: reviewing special guardianship order support plans and plans for families on other legal orders, information and guidance to prepare you for being a kinship carer and to support you once the child is in your care. I'm going to go through it all, but there you go. It's a wonderful resource for kinship carers. Let's scroll down. I'm not going to do too much of this. Peer support networks. I think it's great. I really do. Good old Hetties are mentioned there, look. Well done, kinship support service. And then there's other support which is covered in this video as well. The kinship service, which used to be Grandparents Plus, family rights group. Again, I'm not going to hide the fact that I think it's absolutely fantastic. I really do. So that's the kinship support service and the kinship hub. Take time to have a look at that if you're a kinship carer. It's a great one-stop shop to meet all of your needs. And I think it's fab. So let's go back to that PowerPoint. Other support. Where can I get help from a child's emotional well-being? There's a range of services. And again, me doing this today, I don't think it's going to be as hard as this for you if you contact either myself or the kinship support service first, because we'll work with these services anyway. But just to go through them, the services that can help, obviously the school, GP, children's services, Change, Grow, Live, CAMS, the absolutely amazing developmental trauma attachment team, the early help unit, and there's online services, excuse me. It all depends what it is. But let's have a look at Change, Grow, Live. If you're affected by, if your child's been affected, let's just say you're a kinship carer, and the reason why you're a kinship carer has had in some part to do with the children you're caring for's parents' substance or alcohol use, then they may need some support from Change, Grow, Live's young persons team. And you can either do that yourself by clicking on their link, or you can speak to us and we'll do the referral. We'll need their consent if you're contacting on behalf, and they'll need your consent if they're under 13. They'll need consent from a parent. When you contact them, one of their team will be able to discuss next steps with you. You usually be offered an appointment to be seen on your own, or you can choose to involve other family members if you want to, as they understand that you may feel nervous or anxious. There's the telephone number. They're open 9 till 5. That's the email. And again, I'll be talking to you on assessment, or Sarah will be talking to you on assessment, and we'll speak to Carl, which is manager of their team, with regards to any referrals that might be made. But I always say it's an option to discuss. Knowledge is power, and even going through all the support services that's out there, if it's not appropriate, it's still good information. And children and young people who have been affected by drugs and alcohol, that might have happened in many different ways. But it's important that they have an opportunity to express their emotions, their thoughts, and their feelings in a safe place. And it's really, really important for them to understand that they are not the ones to blame. And that information, as it says, is sourced from that link there. CAMS can help. Community CAMS provide support for children and young people across Nottingham City and Nottinghamshire. And they work with children and young people from the age of 0 to 18. And the young people they work with may be experiencing severe or complex mental health problems and neurodevelopmental disorders. These have a significant impact on the child's development and cause distress to the child and obviously you as the carers. And there's their base. Again, that's more of their information. If it's something that's picture in your, if it's something that you feel is appropriate, press pause, take the information, have a look at it. You can, of course, have a copy of this PowerPoint. Just email me and I'll happily send it to you. More support for young people. Brilliant online service from Kooth, www.kooth.com. Free, beautiful word, free, safe, online support for emotional well-being. Harmless. They are a passionate organisation who works to address and overcome issues related to self-harm and suicide. There's also tips and information for family members, do's and don'ts, etc. There's another one, Young Minds. I'm not going to go through it all because you can all read, you can all press pause. And you don't want to be listening to me all the time. There's APCO and their information. Support for you. Obviously, there's us and all the things that we've said. And that's just a reminder of when they happen. And as it says on the Kinship Hub, more support for you. There's Kinship, formerly Grandparents Plus. They're the leading kinship charity in England and Wales. And as it says, they won't rest until every kinship family has got the recognition and support that they need and deserve. And I echo that sentiment. So if you know of any kinship carers that's not currently getting support or may not have the information around who can help them to help themselves, please pass it on. Please pass this on. There's the Kinship Hub, fantastic charity, wonderful lady called Anna Lou. It's out in London, but they do workshops online as well, and they do some brilliant cooking tips and workshops. I've loved watching those. Have a look at that. And you've got the Family Rights Group, and this is just a snapshot of their page. So when you click on that link, you'll see all this information that's listed here. Lots of information around the law. They've also got a fantastic advice line. Tell you lots about how children's services should work with families. Information around care proceedings, contact issues. And there's the free advice line that I talked about. It's open Monday to Friday, 9:30 till 3 p.m. There's the number. Do be patient. You can imagine they're a really busy service, so you might not get through straight away. And then there's another range of services. The Grandparents Legal Centre, which is hosted by the fantastic solicitors Ridley and Hall. Yeah, there's lots of solicitors out there. Kinship, Ridley and Hall specialise in kinship care, and they have done for years. And they're that passionate about it that they developed the Grandparents Legal Centre, where you can click on and see for yourself information that will be relevant to you and will help you. And they're more than happy to speak with you, to guide you in the right way and put you on the right path. Press pause on that and have a read. Is this a Kinship Care All Party Parliamentary Group? APPG. And that's a range of MPs that are passionate around making things better for kinship carers. Now, when it comes to respite, I'm not going to lie, it's very, very difficult. In fact, it's more like rocking horse doo-doo. And that doo-doo's been made from feeding on hen's teeth. So that's the reality of it. But it doesn't stop you asking. So if respite is something that you feel that you need and you need a break, then speak to myself, speak to Kinship Care Support Service. Let's see if there's anything that we can look at. But if you're not aware, there's also the short breaks offer from the local authority, and that provides carers with a prepaid card in order for carers to source and pay for activities for the kinship children. And the details for that are here on how to apply, etc. Every little helps. The standard offer provides £216 per year, and then they give you a range of different providers, and you pay for that yourself. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's absolutely brilliant. Some people think it's not really very helpful, but there's others that absolutely love it. Everything's individual, isn't it? And it's also about perspective. So, but again, have a look at that information. And if you need support from that, or with that, sorry, give me a call and I'll do my best to help you with it. Again, press pause. This is telling you about eligibility and applications. There's an example, whether you're going to qualify or not. Again, please press pause and have a look at that. Then if you want to get involved with campaigns, family rights group, have a look at that. And then if you're still hitting a brick wall, then please speak to your own MP. There's a list of MPs at the current time. Whichever district you live in Nottinghamshire, not Nottingham City, Nottinghamshire, then there's your MPs. So in summary, there's a wealth of information and supporters out there. Use this information today to help yourself and your children. Join in any campaigns that you want to change policy for kinship carers. Fill in surveys whenever you can, because it's you that matter, your voice amplified by other kinship carers and us all joined together, then that is a way forward. Ask questions and allow us to help you. And always speak to your MP about the difficulties of kinship care. And then hopefully they will join the all-party parliamentary group to, again, amplify your needs, to further get change, to further increase the amount of support for you guys, and hopefully to get more support in place for the children too. So let's stop sharing. I hope that you found this helpful. It's a bit of a whistle-stop tour. It's difficult to say when you've got funny teeth. If none of it makes any sense, then please just pick up the phone and let's have a chat. That number again, 01623 643 476, or email me at craig.knowles@hetties.org.uk. Okay, thanks for now. Take care. Bye-bye.